guys, late at night, driving home from work. Just thought I'd make this little update about how I've been feeling. You know, I just wanted to let you guys know, amongst the battles that I fought in my life, I have to say, right now, I'm in the midst of what I've been calling my spiritual battle. And I have to say, this is probably the most difficult fight that I've ever been in my entire life. And probably the most important fight internally that I think I'll ever experience and fight in my life. It's hard to put into words exactly what this battle entails, other than the fact that it's been difficult. Times have been difficult for me. Especially after, the passing of my father. That's really where it all started. And it went from that to me losing my career, and so on and so forth. And there were a lot of things in motion that brought this battle on, where I really started to question God and His plan and what He wants. I'm being honest with you right now today, because I feel like it's important. Because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are experiencing the same thing. Why is all this happening to me? And I'm kind of saying this in the past tense because I feel like I've really got a handle on this, and I feel like I've been winning. Like, the battle has shifted and it's playing more into my favor and into God's favor. And it's really because I've made some revelations about God that have really changed everything for me. For one thing, God is, and your relationship with Him and following His word is worth more than any dollar amount you will ever make in your entire life. It is worth more than any material you have. It is worth more than any success personally that you will ever experience. His word and His power and His love for you and Him is worth more than a college degree, a big house, a good paycheck. There are things that you will own in your life, have in your life, that are worth more than any dollar amount you will ever make, any comfort you have. And honestly, at the top of that list is God and your relationship with Him. Now, why is that? I used to ask myself, so God, and this is important. I used to say, God, what? I don't understand your will. I don't understand. There was one particular night recently where I was literally saying this over and over again in my car, driving home just like this, around this time. And I said, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I was getting angry. And it's not like, it's just a shame, because it's not like I haven't experienced God before. God really is mysterious. He speaks through signs. He speaks through others. And most importantly, He speaks through the gospel and through the Bible. And there have been countless times where I was going through another tough time, but when I would go to church and listen to the Word of God, it aligned almost perfectly with what was going on with my life. But for some reason, this battle came on, and in that night, I was asking God, like, show me something. I don't understand. And it brought everything on. I don't understand your will for me. And it was just for me, Like, I was telling myself, like, I don't drink, I don't smoke. And I strive every day to do my best. I strive all the time. I just try to be a good man. That's all. A good everything. So then why is it that I'm losing? Why have I lost so much? And it was if it was just the weirdest thing. It was as if He answered me directly, because a thought crossed my mind, and it was like this. It was these thoughts crossed my mind, and it said, am I the God of success? Am I only God to you when you have money in your pocket? When you have success? When you get what you want, then I'm God to you? Or am I God regardless? Am I God through the good times and the bad? And it was eye-opening. It really was. The truth is, He is God always. I still don't fully understand His plan, especially for me, I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do. My whole mantra is to help others. But yet I don't understand fully what what that means for me. But at the same time, that's actually a part of it. And that was the other thing I realized. God's plan will always be bigger than anything you could think of, because it's God's plan. It's like being a child. It's like being a child and looking to your father. There were things my father did I didn't understand. I didn't see the full picture. I looked at it. He was making something. He was doing something. And I was looking at it. And I didn't understand. But he saw the bigger picture. But he saw the bigger picture. He saw the end result. He saw in his mind, he knew what he wanted. And Dad would tell me, you'll see. And we would do it. And then when we're done, I'd be like, oh, okay, I see what you wanted. I see now. And that's also a part of God's plan. We have to have faith. We're not going to see, the majority of us are not going to see his end result, but we have to have faith in him and his word. We have to take a breath and just listen. You'll see. And honestly, it should be a comfort to trust God so completely, because God, he only wants the best outcomes. He only wants the best. And that should be a comfort for us. To know that he just wants the greater good to come out of our lives, of our existence. It's so hard. God's plan really takes the strongest individuals, the strongest people to follow. It really does. And it's hard whether we understand it or not. But if there is one thing I've come to realize, he does love us. God did something I don't think any mortal man, maybe aside from Abraham himself, he did something that no one on this earth today would possibly be able to do. And that is, he gave up his only son, Jesus, to die for us and to pay for our sins so that they can be forgiven. And people say we didn't deserve it. And the majority of us don't. But the fact of the matter is his love for us supersedes whether we deserve it or not. And that is an incredible thing. So what does that mean for me? One of the things I've been doing when I'm praying to God is I just say, let your will be done. And it's because I remember what Jesus said in the garden before that he was betrayed, the night he was betrayed. You see, he knew everything that was going to happen. He knew he was going to be betrayed. He knew he was going to suffer. He knew he was going to die. And he was experiencing all of the human emotions that came with it. Honestly, it sounds to me like he just was afraid. But he loved us so much and trusted his Father that he was willing to do that for us. And I know, and he did it so that no one else could, because honestly, no one else would give up their own flesh and blood like that today. There's no way. And God knows that. But he did it because his love for us is greater than any love we have on this earth. And that is such a comfort for me, and it's such a comfort for all of us. And all he asks is that we love him, we obey him, and we follow him. That's it. I want to do his will. And I'm starting to understand my role in this. It's hard, but I think a part of it is that I do his will. What does that mean? I think it means, honestly doing exactly. It's funny because I have a tendency to overcomplicate things, and I think his will is just to be for me, it's just to be a good man in a world that really is being challenged by people that are not good people. And I'm not saying everybody. There's a lot of good people that I know that are in this world. My friends, my family. There's a lot of good people in us, and maybe that's a part of his will, is that we are good people no matter what. That we are good people in the good times and the bad. And that we do his will always and forever. It's hard. And it's difficult for me because I look at everything God has done and I think, don't trouble yourself. Don't trouble yourself, God, I can do it for you. And I say that because honestly I love him so much. He's done all this. A part of me's like, he doesn't need to do anymore. It's our turn. But it's folly, because we can't do it without him. I can't do it without him. I can't be who I want to be without him as the cornerstone. So I try to follow that prayer. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Because as an instrument, I can do a lot of things, but I can't do anything without the one who uses the instrument. Drums can't play themselves without the drummer. A guitar can't play on its own without the guitarist. An orchestra is not an orchestra without the maestro. We can't get to that point in our lives without him. I know one thing for a fact about me. I wouldn't be who I am without him. That's a fact. I am who I am because of him. I wish I knew that sooner. But I know that now at 36 years old. And maybe I can build off of that. It's hard. This is so hard. But this is where the strongest people will come out on top. You are all strong people. You have strength within you, strength that you use. Think of how much stronger you can be when you have God the Father working through you as well. Well, I just got home. And this is for all those who are willing to listen. I love you all. Have a good night.